Hey everybody, and welcome to another Legacy video. Here we have 4-Color Delver. This is a deck that is championed by Lawrence Harmon of the Thirst for Knowledge podcast. This is a deck that I won an Eternal Weekend trial for, so I got a buy thanks to this list. Lawrence recently... There were 2 preordains in the list that I won my trial with, and Lawrence recently cut them for a 20th land and a Spell Snare. I'm not sold on the 20th land, so I'm not going to do that, but I think Spell Snare is a good one. But this deck is very similar to the 4-color control decks you see going around, in that they have Wrenn and 6 and Abrupt Decay in the main, lots of card selection. However, this deck can actually close out a game. Like, if you get a little breathing room, you can smash. You got Delver, Tarmogoyf, True Name Nemesis, and Gurmag Angler, all ready to bring the pain. I love decks like this. Let's see how it runs. Alright, we're on the play for game 1, and we're playing against Dan Neely, who historically likes Mox Diamond decks and Wastelands. So we have to be careful with our... I'm not going to run out Tropical Island, but having Force of Will in case they have like a Chalice of the Void, and then I have turn 2 Tarmogoyf ready to go. So this is a solid hand. Would really like to pick up a Daze on my next draw step. Then I'd feel pretty safe. Alright, there's that Mox Diamond I told you about. Mox Diamond expert Dan Neely. Elvish Reclaimer. Okay. I think I Force of Will this thing. This is probably Green-White Depths, which is kind of like a Maverick-y style shell. But it has a 20/20 in it. So I want to get a land that casts Wrenn and 6, but I also want to cast Abrupt Decay. So I'm going to get bad lands. And here's a 3/4 Tarmogoyf. Let's start the beats. Alright, Giver of Runes. Wow, this must be like an 8 Mother deck, or at least 5, because you would not play Giver over Mother. Not on purpose, anyway. I could have pondered before combat to get my Goyf bigger, but I want to make sure that I get my second Goyf in play. Because other than Merit Lage, not many things are bigger than Tarmogoyf. A Knight of the Reliquary is close here. Yeah, they can fetch to make it 5. Alright. So, Abrupt Decay is what I'm looking for. But that doesn't actually even help, because they have Giver. Oh, that is the wrong mana. I had a 50-50 chance of tapping the right mana there. Wasteland and Wrenn and 6. I don't think I want any of this. It's a little late for this Wasteland. What I need is Abrupt Decay. Oh no. They have a Sajiri step. I've been gotten. You got me. Alright, that's actually pretty devastating. So I could sacrifice a Tarmogoyf to deal 4 to them right now. That doesn't seem like it's worth doing. Alright, this is probably going to get half the combo, and then Knight will get the other half. Yeah, we're pretty dead here. Yeah, if they make the 20/20 right now, there's nothing I can do about it because they have Giver. Alright. I am slain. Okay, so Tyrant Scorn is in the deck pretty much specifically for Merit Lage. And Sylvan Library is going to come in here. I probably want my Thoughtseizes too. Get ahead of what they're doing. Lightning Bolt. It's pretty diminishing returns. Can go lower on Force of Will. Spell Snare. They have almost no targets for that. Alright, so I've cut 5 cards. I brought in 6. Spell Pierce is really good. And True Name Nemesis might be a little slow here. Or maybe Gurmag is worse than True Name. Is Surgical good? If I can waste the depths and Surgical it. But I don't think that's what I want my plan to be. Alright, I'm going to play this. Alright, so this hand contains Abrupt Decay, both of the 2 Abrupt Decays that we can't cast off Volcanic Island. The 2 Lightning Bolts we left in. That's not a good hand. I'm going to keep this one though. This one's got a lot of upside. Wasteland's really good against this kind of deck. I'm going to put a Brainstorm on the bottom. So I'm casting Ponder this turn. Alright, opponent's also on 6. That's several lands. Do I want this? I want one of these lands. Alright. I'll keep this. Brainstorm will fix it. I can Brainstorm and then cast Thoughtseize next turn. That's pretty good. Alright. Oh, we found Lightning Bolt. That might even be better. So I put back Volcanic Island and probably this Force of Will now that I picked up Daze. I'm going to get Badlands because that casts both of the spells in my hand. Stage. Alright. I'm happy to target that with Wasteland all day. I can Thoughtseize and then still cast Brainstorm and Fetch if I want to do that. Alright. Keep your secrets. So I probably do just want to Brainstorm in response here. Alright, found Ren. That's a big game. Alright, so I'm going to put back Scalding Tarn and Thoughtseize. Alright, Veil's going to resolve. Thoughtseize is not going to resolve. I'm going to strip this, and then next turn I can start running them right out. That looks familiar. All right, just scooped it right up to that. Yeah, that's how we do that. All right, that Veil of Summer was kind of brutal. That card is nasty in Eternal formats. My goodness. Maybe I'm more interested in Lightning Bolt than I thought. Because they showed me Giver of Runes, which... It's either just savage technology to play around Plague Engineer on human because it's a 1-2 and it's also not a human. Or it means they're playing 8 of that effect. Or at least 6 of that effect. I keep saying 8, but that's not what I mean. Daze is a lot worse on the draw. Especially against Mox Diamond decks. Still haven't seen any targets for Spell Snare. I don't think I want Force of Negation. That's too many 2-for-1s. Maybe I do just still want Thoughtseize in the deck. Now that I'm cutting Dazes, certainly at least. And I get one more whole card. Alright, I'll leave in a Daze for my blue count. And to keep them honest. Alright, so we have a Wasteland in this hand and a Sylvan Library. I'm going to keep. Not a whole lot of other disruption, though. So, just got to kind of hope that our beaters go the distance. Scavenging Ooze. Okay. That's kind of a rough one. Well, I'm going to jam this Sylvan Library on turn 2 and just hope to go coast to coast with it. And hope that they don't cast Choke right now. Though I do have I picked up the Force of Will, so Choke isn't even the worst thing that could happen. Knight of the Reliquary. It's already a 4/4. I think I just have to force this. Because not only is it bigger than all my creatures, but it just assembles the combo over the next 2 turns. Just 1, then 2. Off we go. I'm going to play Badlands because it is not an island. Just in case Choke is coming my way. Ugh, get wasted. That also denies my red source. Maybe I should have protected that better. Yeah, this is the power of the Elvish Reclaimer decks. Like, even when they're not comboing off, Elvish Reclaimer is just a 1-mana 3/4. Messed up. Alright, there's the Ren that I can't cast, but they've played the I don't care about Ren game very well. I'm going to put Ren on top, and I'm going to pay 4 to keep the Ponder. I'll play a creature that is larger than the other creatures for now, or at least the same size. Now it's smaller. Wow, Scavenging Ooze is a beating. Reclaimer puts the land into play tapped at least, so they can't just start spewing Wastelands into play every turn. Oh, they can, but they have to, like, take every other turn off. Yeah, just put me to 4 here. That's brutal. Are you just also making a Dark Depths? Zenith for 1. That's another Reclaimer. Ugh. How do I win this game? Not by them having another lethal threat in play, that's for sure. Okay, I can kill Scavenging Ooze. Alright, they are currently hellbent, so that's good news. Blue-black. See, there's only one sorcery, so they can, in fact, make Goyf smaller than Reclaimer right now. If he eats his green Sun Zenith, he's there. Then I'm going to have to chump because I am dead. Oh wait, Ooze dies and... Okay, never mind. I made it all up. Alright, I'm just going to kill Dark Depths now. I don't want them to be able to sack it in response to my Wasteland with Reclaimer getting any value at all. Alright, we faded a draw step. Though now we're under the gun from this Reclaimer, hitting multiple things over the next few turns. Alright, so... Put on top, put on top. Summon another Goyf. Maybe I should have kept Volk in hand, because if they just go for Wasteland here and take me off red, then I'm not renting anymore. It's all going to depend on what he does with this Reclaimer. If he just gets Wasteland and takes me off red, and wants to play a slow game where he just bleeds me dry of resources, I think he'll win that game. If he goes for Thespian Stage or Dark Depths right now, I can cast Ren next turn, get Wasteland, and take over from there. I guess it didn't matter if I played out the Volk, because you could waste me off green, too. 4 colors aren't free, folks. Please go for Thespian Stage, and don't just play Dark Depths from your hand. Alright, went for the stage. Don't play Dark Depths from your hand, please. I guess any land actually just makes the Merit Lage here. Oh, Reclaimer's messed up. Yeah, so pays 2, sacks one of the tapped lands, gets Dark Depths, then Mox Diamond plus any land drop makes a 20/20. These depth decks are really good right now. Elvish Reclaimer is bananas. Oh no, what is this 4 mana spell? Oh, it's Zenith for 3? This is just going to get a gigantic knight. Oh, Ramanap, that's even worse. Alright, yeah, now we're super dead. Yeah, these kinds of decks, these green-white value decks like Maverick in earlier years and this deck now, that they were built to just squeeze out Delver decks. Yeah. Narrow... I think we win that one on the play, but narrowly lost on the draw instead. Alright, we're playing against Arkin. I have no idea what he's been playing lately, but I'm sure he's streaming this because he's a full-time streamer. If you don't know him, check him out. He's great. But this hand has a lot of play to it. It's in some trouble to a wasteland, but hopefully his hand is in even more trouble to a wasteland. Alright, I'm going to ponder. Finding the second land is nice. We'll see if Spell Snare is any good here. Basic Island Aether Vial. Gross. Don't daze me back, please. Okay, thank you. Delver decks are historically pretty bad against Aether Vials. That's just a fact of life. Oh no. More Aether Vials. Alright, we're going to need a threat pretty quick. Right, that's a threat. So if I find black, I can also destroy Aether Vial maybe before it gets too bad. I wonder if this is just actual Merfolk. That's a relic from ancient times, if that's what's happening here. But I have a Merfolk of my own. Got the Force of Will. I have a couple removal spells. Force Pitching Force. Okay. If this is Merfolk, they are a Wasteland deck. I'm gonna be in trouble if he finds a Wasteland. Okay, sweet. We're in business. I'm gonna get bad lands, because that casts my 2 bolts. Alright, what is the creature? It is Merfolk. That is what we're up against. Found the second land just in time to get spell snared. I'm using snare instead of bolt because I can bolt anything, but I can spell snare only some things. Nice. Yeah, finding a big threat to turn the corner is exactly what we were looking for here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the right number. And it's right in there. Alright. Hopefully we can get a blowout here. He'll try to attack. I'll bolt Lord of Atlantis. Nope, didn't fall for it. Like I said, Arkin is smart. A lot smarter than me. Like, I tapped my green knowing that this was possible, but I had the 2 bolts already. So, meh. What do you want from me? Just gonna bolt this now before it gets out of reach. But I'm gonna ponder. If I find a green land, I can cast Tarmogoyf now. Okay, so next turn I can cast Tarmogoyf, Delver, and Lightning Bolt. And hopefully we can race that. Harbinger. Okay, yeah, that was possible. It's fine. Tarmogoyf is a monster against these decks. Like, they need a Lord to get past the Goyf. Or a True Name Nemesis, I guess. Now that they're on 3 mana, that's a thing they could have. I guess blocking Harbinger is just better. It's a 2/2 instead of a 2/1. How am I getting blown out here? Merfolk Trickster, that's fair. Tap target creatures. That doesn't even matter. It doesn't make it a 1/1. It just... Oh, wait. Tarmogoyf's power and toughness are... That is an ability, isn't it? Is that an ability? Let's figure out how this works. Alright. That was a cool trick. It only works on Tarmogoyf, though, so... Glad I learned that here. There's that Delver we set up. So I can brainstorm, see where that goes. Yeah, fetch land, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, cast Gurmag. Yeah, we're just gonna put our foot right on the gas here. Alright, F6. We have 1,000 power. How do we lose this race? If he has a Lord, he can attack for 6, but then he dies on the backswing. Yeah, we were just bigger and we were able to keep the Island Walk out of play. Alright, give me my Pyroblast. Red Blast, Pyroblast, Tyrant Scorn, Plague Engineer. Wow, Plague Engineer. That's great. I'm not going to bring in Ancient Grudge, even though Aether Vial is important, because I already have Abrupt Decays. Daze is coming out on the draw. I also don't think Force of Will is where I want to be. Spell Pierce, huh? Spell Pierce is probably worse than Daze. Because Daze could at least get something. Spell Pierce will never get anything. And what's the last card I want to bring in? Maybe Sylvan Library. Or maybe it's just the second Daze. Thoughtseize? Is Thoughtseize better than Daze? I think it might be. Alright, let's go. No more tricks. That Trickster interaction with Tarmogoyf is pretty cool. I've never thought of that before. Alright, so we have only Wasteland for mana. That's not going to do it in our 4-color deck. Same. Alright. I guess I'll keep this one. And get rid of these 2 Wastelands. I'm counting on my cantrips to find answers here. Also, being on 5 on the draw against an Aether Vial, we're already in a whole lot of trouble. I'm going to get Volcanic Island because it casts the most relevant cards. Like Lightning Bolt, it casts Wrenn. Alright. Let's see if we get another turn. Alright, see if we get to resolve Wrenn. We're probably going to get another turn. I don't think Merfolk can turn to me. Wasteland is a nightmare. Alright, I'd rather play against a Cavern than a Wasteland. Though neither one's particularly exciting. Let's undo this mulligan. Alright, didn't have a 1-drop. I'm just going to F6 here. There's nothing to bluff. It's got 2 Aether Vials and a Cavern. What could I possibly do? Yuck. Well, I don't have any basic lands in my deck. I do have Red Blast, though. Now I'm sure the creatures are going to start creeping. Lord, that's a good creature. It went up to 3. That's scary. Guess he'd have to get his true names into play. Alright, I'm going to brainstorm in response to this. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Because if I brainstorm in response, then they can just curse catch the Red Blast that I'm looking for. Which does not get me any closer to not dead. Right, he is attacking my life points directly. Delver is not what I wanted. So I'm going to get a Trop and cast this Brainstorm. I should regrow my land before I cast Brainstorm. It's an extra card to shuffle if I want. Alright, Lightning Bolt, Tyrant Scorn. None of these are Red Blasts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I'm just dead. Yeah, I wouldn't get to see more cards until next turn, especially under Curse Catcher, and I'm on a 2-turn clock, so there was not going to be another turn. Alright, Force of Will out. Bring some Dazes back in. Though I guess now that they've shown me back to basics, Daze is good against back to basics, though. Daze, 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 daze. Got these Thought Seizes. Alright, let's do it. Alright, we have a pretty solid hand here. I can Ponder on turn 1 to try to find the land for Wrenn and 6. Or I can Delver on turn 1 and start bringing the beats. Ponder also could find Daze, which keeps Aether Vial out of play. Yeah, I'm going to Ponder. Alright, none of these are Dazes. But they do cast Wrenn and 6. And Tarmogoyf. Oh, didn't have an Aether Vial. Who is this guy? I'm going to cast Tarmogoyf first. Get my pressure on. And if he's over there holding up Spell Pierce, I want to make sure he doesn't clip my Wrenn. Next turn I can Wrenn and Delver. Dismember. Okay. Deal. I'm going to play my land to play around Daze. Alright, are we being taken back to basics again? He hasn't done anything for 3 turns. I imagine that is what's happening. Oh, Chalice on 1. Okay. I'm significantly less upset about that than I would be about back to basics. Even though we are successfully drawing many more 1-drops. Alright. Well, now we both have powerful hate cards in play. The Plague Engineer is huge because it puts all the 2/2s into Ren and 6 range, so he has to play out... Alright. That's pretty good. He's probably going to name Human or Wizard here. But Ren can pick that off either way. Nice. Boop. When it gets targeted, it dies. Remove this cavern. Get the second one ready. I'm pretty sure this is a hard lock until they can remove these. There are no X3 creatures in this deck. I'm not going to activate Ren just yet, in case something weird happens in combat and I need to ping off a creature. Oh, 5 lands is not what Merfolk ever wants to draw. It's not what Delver wants to draw either. I'm almost out though, so that's exciting. Oh no, I've punted. Okay. Submerge, huh? Alright. Should have attacked first. Lord of Atlantis. Probably gonna have multiples of these, yep. So I just need Abrupt Decay to break this game open. Hello. Ask and ye shall receive. Green, black, lightning bolt, zap. Alright, now we're doing it. They've got 1 card left in hand. Alright. Not punished too bad. Double Plague Engineer is pretty good lock against Merfolk, though. That was sweet. Alright, so we're on the draw. Our opponent's already on 6. We have a Force of Will and a turn 2 Ren and 6. I'm going to keep this. Alright, they're on 6. Tarmogoyf, that's a sweet one. They go for Ren here. I'm forcing it real fast. Really hope I draw Daze here. Come on, Daze. It's not Daze. I hope they don't have days. Alright, Force of Will is fine. Just didn't want to get dazed for the easy 1-for-1. Now we're even, except I have 4 cards in hand to their 3. How are they going to push? Re-Ren. Alright, but that's okay for now. They have a land and an unknown in their hand. Alright, now I have days. I'm ready. Gurmag Angler is the wrong card. Tarmogoyf is the right card. Alright, so I can start pressuring this Ren. Unless they draw Wasteland, I don't really care if they're just fetching extra lands every turn. That's why I led with Ren instead of Tarmogoyf, because if one of them is going to stick on an empty board, I'd prefer it be the Goyf. Speaking of Tarmogoyf, there it is. Let's draw a Lightning Bolt. Delver. Alright, what does Delver do? Alright, so I'm going to attack like I have a Lightning Bolt. And I'm going to attack my opponent's life points. They'd have to be crazy to block here, so yeah, that was free damage. Right, so if I play Delver, then I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We know one of their cards in hand is a land. Alright, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, that is the right number. Alright, don't daze me, bro. Cool. So the Ren can ping Delver, but I get to beat down with Gurmag. Oh, Brainstorms are a good draw here. They cast one last turn, too. Their hand's got to be pretty good here. Alright, please cast True Name Nemesis. They fetched. Alright. Some more cantrips. Cantrips are scary here, because we can just lose. Like in these Delver mirrors, it just takes like one critical exchange for someone to just pull miles ahead. And my opponent casting that many cantrips makes it more likely that they'll have it the right thing when we get there. Goyf is now bigger than Gurmag. That sucks. And we're drawing lands. That sucks. So I can kill Ren for sure right now. But it'll probably cost me my Gurmag Angler. I think I just have to do that. Yep. Then I'm not going to replay this land because it's my only black source available. And if I draw one of my Abrupt Decays, that can swing the game. Alright, we probably lost this one. Yeah, them having 2 Rens to our 1 Ren was too much. Alright, yeah. And there are 3 cantrips to our 0. Alright, but in sideboard games, the 4-color version is favored because we can remove a True Name Nemesis and they cannot. so Plague Engineer, Sylvan Library, Pyroblast, Hydroblast, Tyrant Scorn. There's lots of removal. Might want 2 of these. My Force of Wills are coming out. Bolt's good, Snare's good, Pierce is good. Decay's good. I can just go way down on counter spells. Maybe I don't want Red Blast. Not both of them, I want one. And Gurmag's pretty good. How about Lightning Bolt? Is Lightning Bolt the cut? Or is it just Spell Pierce? Alright, maybe I just want more Dazes than Spell Pierces. Alright, that's my plan. On the draw, it's going to change because Daze gets pretty medium. This is a no-lander. This one is good. I'm going to bottom one of the Wastelands. Yeah, I'll do that. Because I like the rest of these cards that I have. I really wish one of these was a fetch land, though. Alright, how do I maximize this exchange? I think I just play my land and pass. I'm not going to jam Wrenn and 6 into every single counterspell that exists. Like Spell Pierce, Daze, Spell Snare. All of those cards are just in their deck right now. They're going for a waste, so I'll Brainstorm with this land. Okay. Put back True Name because we're not there. And I'm going to draw the other card so it doesn't matter what I put back. So I'm going to play Underground Sea and Preordain. Don't need a second Wrenn. I do want this True Name, but not yet. I really want green mana is what I want. Oh, there's True Name anyway. Alright, Delver's a good one. Alright, so I want these lands around. I want to play Scalding Tarn this turn. So if I put back Brainstorm and Ponder, then Delver's going to flip, and I have all my mana covered. Yep. Guess I could have played Wasteland to punish that. But I don't want them to know that I have Wasteland yet. Or this Delver's going to force some activity. I hope they don't just jam Wrenn, which they probably will. Because that's the best possible play here. Oh, Tarmogoyf. I can beat that. Alright, so I'm going to play Wren here. That's the wrong card. So they have to force it or blue blast it or spell snare it. Alright, it looks like they do have one of the above. I'll take their green land. Bash for 3. Hope they don't have Wasteland. Because I'm going to need this black mana. Ooh, Sinkhole. That's a big spell to use on a little Delver. That makes me think they don't have a lot of removal in their hand. That was the perfect draw. Because I was going to have to take the pressure off, but I'm glad I was able to deploy a threat too. Pump faking over there, trying to find a better answer to Delver than whatever crazy spell they have. Uh-oh, green mana. Alright, they found the Reb. Come on, land. Nice. Now I can play around Daze with this true name. Cool. And their deck can't remove a true name once it's in play. Ooh, this upkeep fetch is interesting. Now I can take them off green before they can cast creatures. Alright, that's a pretty awkward exchange. I'm happy to force it. Arcanist, huh? That's a good card. There's a red elemental blast in their graveyard. Alright, we drew Wrenn and 6 and Daze. That's bananas. Alright, I'm just going to squeeze them out of this game. It's going to leave True Name there to brick the Dreadhorde Arcanist attack until they have nothing left to play with. Oh, okay. Looks like they're going to sacrifice their Arcanist to kill Wrenn and 6. Which is not going to work because I have Daze. I just hope they don't also have Daze. Yeah, if this Daze resolves, then I think we're going to win right away. Yep. Okay. That would have eaten the Arcanist, cleared out their last land. Then we're attacking for 3, and we have them under Wasteland Lock. That's a good deal. All right, so how do things change now? I don't actually think they do that much. I could bring in some forces over what? Maybe one of the days is. And where's this other force going to go? I do like days when in games where they don't have Ren and 6, but it gets really bad when they do have Ren and 6. But days also is one of my best weapons to keep them from having Ren and 6. Alright, I'm going to keep 1 days in to keep them honest. I have Abrupt Decays, Hydroblast. Yeah, alright. That's presentable enough. Alright, well, we got 2 Rens in this hand, and the ability to cast them. A Plague Engineer. So I could bolt this Delver. But that would open me up to Wasteland. Alright, I'm still going to bolt this Delver. Drawing the 3rd land makes this a little more reasonable. If they have days, it means they can't cast Ren and 6 next turn, which I'm very interested in. Alright, don't flip, don't flip, don't flip. Alright, it didn't flip. So Ren and 6 is live to kill this thing. Having 2 Rens is super nice because I can just jam 1 fearlessly. I hope this is a Brainstorm and not an easy counterspell. Oh, red mana is not going to help you here. Oh, they're just floating red. Okay. 2nd days. Alright. Don't flip Delver. Hard mode activated. They found a Ponder. I also found a Ponder. I should tap my Volcanic Island for this. That maximizes the colors of outs I can find to this Delver. If they counter this, which they probably will because they had Ponder and didn't cast it, I'm totally fine with that because now I'm going to jam Sylvan Library. Is it Ren time? Oh, it's Arcanist time. Okay. I can do stuff about that. Alright, library. Show me the books. Dormag Angler and Wasteland. Alright, I'm definitely putting that on top of my library. If I pay 4, I'm at 9. And in some amount of trouble to this Delver still. What does Wasteland do? It takes them off red, I guess. Wasteland also Lets me cast Gurmag, but I can cast Gurmag with the fetch. Alright, I'm just going to keep the Gurmag Angler. I'll shuffle that away. I think Badlands covers the most missing colors if they do waste me here. Alright, that's bigger than Dreadhorde Arcanist. Yeah, them having 2 dazes and flipping that Delver. Ugh, this game would be so easy without Delver in play, so we just gotta survive that long. Oh no, now they're on that Arcanist train. Generating actual card advantage. Yeah, this game, this Ren is just rotted away. They were able to present a clock in a way that I was not able to answer easily. So if Sylvan Library finds Lightning Bolt, though, I can bolt Delver and name Wizard. I guess I could just name Wizard with Plague Engineer either way. I guess it's not a Wizard anymore on the back end. Never mind. Alright, play another Delver. Let me name Wizard. Okay. I'm definitely killing wizards this turn. Lightning Bolt's not helpful. These cards are not helpful. Lightning Bolt would be great. Don't want Spell Snare. And I can't afford to take the Delver, so... Or maybe I can't afford to take the Wasteland. No, I want to take them off red and then make the plays I'm going to make. Sloop. I'm still just dying to this Delver, though. And if they can remove this thing and trigger their Arcanist again. Alright, they can't. Not yet, anyway. If we take one more hit from this Delver, it's pretty much all going to be futile. Because once you're under 5, it's just like, blah. Top. On top. Red, green. Alright, so I can trade with Tarmogoyf this turn. Flip my Delver to block. But I'm at 2, and then Dreadhorde Arcanist is going to be awake. And if they have Submerge or another Dismember or Land Bolt, just basically anything, I'm dead. Yeah, there's the Submerge. And we are dead, so. That's rough. That is a good matchup, but play draw matters a lot. Like, the fact that they got to be on the play with that double daze hand just completely buried me. Okay, we're on the play here in round 4. I'm going to keep this hand. It's got a Spell Pierce, some removal, and a Tarmogoyf. Sign me up. Fiery Islet. All right. That's a huge sign of weakness that they would lead on that card. That was the only land in their hand, I guarantee it. And then they chose to shuffle off Ponder. Oh, they can't daze me. Time to jam Ren. Are you dead? They had a land. Young Peasy. Alright, I can kill that on board with my Ren. Short of a mutagenic growth, that's a pretty clean exchange. Can cast Goyf, leaving up Spell Pierce. They can't bolt it because there's no instance in the graveyard. They can bolt Ren, but I have another. Pretty sure they don't want to use that. I was wrong. I'm going to get another green source in case this bolt does resolve. So I can just cast my other Ren. This line from our opponent has been a mess. They've taken a lot of damage and hemorrhaged a lot of cards. And then conceded, yep. Yep, that was a pretty easy one. Alright, so there probably is at Delver. Because they had Basic Mountain and Fiery Islet, which are mostly only cards in that deck. So I gotta get ready for Dreadhorde Arcanist and True Name Nemesis. Spell Pierce is probably medium against them on the draw. So most of their things I really care about are creatures. I should probably have Sylvan Library in my deck. We'll see how it goes without it and bring it in if there's a game 3. Basic Island. Protection from Wasteland. I appreciate their choice of island. You just don't see this one very much on Magic Online. The Zendikar full arts were everywhere for a long time, and then they just faded into obscurity as Wizards printed more and more full arts. Well, I'm going to Lightning Bolt this creature, and then Wasteland their land, and make them dead. But I'm going to Lightning Bolt first so I don't get dazed. Smooth. They could, if they go like Delver Wasteland here, I might be in some trouble. But just Wasteland is fine. Like, I'm the control deck in this matchup. and we're going into turn 4, and I'm still at 19, and they don't have a threat in play. That's fine. Just fine. Don't have a land drop, don't have a threat. We also don't have a land drop, but we have a brainstorm. They'll probably spell pierce this if they have it. Alright, not interested. I'll put back Plague Engineer and Ponder. Get this Delver book busy. Got Tarmogoyf with the follow-up. Double Force of Will in hand. Are they forcing this? Oh, they're extracting my Brainstorm. That's fucked up. Alright. I don't know why Surgical Extraction is in their deck, but it did just get a card off me. So good job. Also shuffled away my my Ponder. But I'm not really hurting for that. I do kind of want to hit another land drop and jam this True Name. So I'll take that shuffle. For the record, the only... My opponent says, flawless draws, good job getting lucky, I guess, after they played as poorly as possible. You just can't teach some people. All right, we're on the draw. We can cast Ren in 6. We have a Daze, a Bolt. Parade of Threats. I like it. Another basic island. Alright, at least it's not Aether Vial this time. Ooh. The old Ponder, nothing, nothing. They shuffled the Ponder. Let's just go for it, I guess. Though their hand is 7 spells, we know that. Boop. Oh, they had a Force of Will also. Alright. That was a 2 for 3. That's fine. They pitched Force to their Force. Okay. Whoa. Sorry for the screen jumping all over the place for a second there. Oh, they found a land. Bummer. Umazawa's Jitte. Some sort of Stone Blade strategy. I like a Tarmogoyf. I just hope they don't jam True Name right now. That would be kind of tough. But they would need to have drawn their 3rd land, and they did. Okay. They did not cast True Name, though. So we're still friends. You know who did draw True Name, though? Me. I suspect that they're missing a color, not that they're actually a mono blue deck. Alright, there's the other color. Here comes a white mana. Jace the Mind Sculptor. Alright, that's dead. Can bolt it and attack it. Would really like to find a Wasteland right now. That would shut it down. Ren in 6. That's not quite a Wasteland, but it is very good. I'm just going to pile on pressure and hope they don't have Supreme Verdict. So they could also Terminus, but I can't think of a deck that would have Umezawa's Jitte and Terminus in it. That sounds real bad. Gone. So, can I cast both of these creatures? I think I can. Do I want to cast both these creatures? Supreme Verdict would absolutely crush me. But if I don't do it, then Snapcaster is a huge problem. Like if they're able to Snap, Plow, Equip, Connect, I don't want to live in that world. Caracas is not helpful. Plow's fine. Alright. They're on the Swords to Plowshares Brigade. If I minus here, they're at 7. And I attack them to 4, put them to 3. Yeah, it doesn't increase my clock. And I could just race to the emblem and kill them with a flurry of bolts pretty soon. Oh no. They found a creature for their Jitte. It's not one that survives Run in 6, though. So let's hope that they don't find Council's Judgment here. Alright, Storm is 3. Stoneforge Mystic, okay. That's a real card. I need a threat. Lightning Bolt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bummer. If I had pinged them last turn, I would be winning right now. But I think I'm still winning right now. So if I attack here, they'll have to decide if they want to equip Jitte or Violent Batterskull. If they equip, I'll just bolt. Did they draw a counterspell? Nope. I'm going to put them to 1 here, so even if they draw Council's Judgment, I still have lethal. Oh no, not Snapcaster. That was the worst thing they could have for me. That was their one draw step. So the Jitte can put them up to 5 life. And Ren can pick off the Snap, because if they pump Snapcaster to protect it, True Name is lethal. Are you out of weapons yet? Okay, they're out of weapons. I'm not convinced that matters. If I draw a bolt, they're still just dead. Gurmag Angler's in play now. So they'll have to suicide their Stoneforge just to not die. Unless they rip another Snapcaster. They're tapping mana. Ren really dominated this game. And them missing their second land drop also dominated this game, and then being off a color for self-returns, but Ren was very good too. Alright, so Ancient Grudge, Pyroblast, Sylvan Library, Tyrant Scorn, Thoughtseize, probably real good here. Plague Engineer. Yeah, they almost certainly have True Names in their deck. Alright, so I don't need this many Force of Wills, especially with all these red blasts. I'm on the draw. Daze is not great. Spell Snare is very good. Spell Pierce is good. Ren was really good that game, but I don't know if I need all three, because they did show me a lot of basics. They showed me a bunch of non-basics too, but I think it's okay. I'm going to cut a Gurmag also. Alright, I'm going to keep. Got lands and spells. Alright. I can stop drawing lands now. I'm all set up. I don't remember if they played a basic Plains last game. I know they had to fetch Tundra because they drew Polluted Delta on the turn where they needed white mana. Alright, deck. Joke's over. That's a questionable brainstorm. Stoneblade decks almost never want to end step their brainstorm unless they're trying to untap and jam a specific 3-drop immediately. That's not a specific 3-drop. Alright, so I'm going to bolt this thing, and I have Spell Pierce to protect from their Spell Pierce. And then I'm going to Wasteland their Caracas and send them back to the Stone Age. I'm going to Wasteland, cast Goyf. And then just be in Crazy Town. I guess they could jam back to basics on me if I tap out here, but I think it's worth the risk. Because unless they spell snare and then back to basics, Tarmogoyf is just going to keep crunching. Alright, another weird brainstorm. Alright, it probably worked. But they've drawn at least one card off that brainstorm that they may or may not have wanted to. Like both of the brainstorms they cast. Yeah, there's the back to basics. Come on, Red Blast. We don't know that Batterskull's in their hand anymore. It probably isn't. True name's pretty good. Maybe I should have played around that back to basics. I had the Spell Pierce. We knew it was possible. Yeah, it was definitely wrong. I should have been more patient with the Tarmogoyf. Should have just played land go. They did not shuffle their library. Wrenn and 6. That doesn't do anything here. Council's Judgment. Okay. Race is on. So I could play Tarmogoyf, which still lets me draw a Red Blast or Abrupt Decay. I don't think spell piercing this is a good idea. I want to make sure my mana is available if I draw one of my outs. I have 4 of them, especially if I have to cantrip into the out or protect the out with spell pierce. All of those are good reasons not to go nuts there. Running out of time. Because we have to answer back to basics and then also answer True Name Nemesis. Alright, I'm just going to concede. I've seen enough here. Definitely threw that one away by being impatient. I think they tricked me with all those weird brainstorms they were casting and made it look like their hand was weak or they didn't know what was going on. But they actually just had it all. Alright, so I want Dazes back. I'm not married to Gurmag here. I don't think I want more forces. I have tons of answers, I just didn't find them. I can probably cut a Wasteland based on how many basics they were playing. Might even be able to cut 2 safely, but I'm gonna hold off on that. No. Lightning Bolt is a better Tyrant Scorn. I'm definitely not going to cut a Bolt while Scorn is in my deck. I'm not sure that Scorn even makes sense. It's out. And maybe I don't need all these Thoughtseizes. Alright, let's get aggressive here. Alright, we're on the play. We have a Thoughtseize and a Brainstorm. I'm going to keep this. Hope that they're not secretly playing Wastelands over there. I have to get Underground Sea to cast the 2 spells that I have. Brainstorm, Brainstorm, Snapcaster, Plow, Plow. Just 2 pair. I'm going to take one of the Brainstorms and then Spell Pierce the other one. Let's draw a land, make it easy. Nothing's ever easy. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. Put back Tarmogoyf and Sylvan Library. At least we hit a land, I guess. Didn't completely waste our land drop. So I'll daze this Brainstorm if they go for this weird end-step Brainstorm again. They did not do it. Alright, cool. We got this Tundra covered. Alright, they drew another basic. That's fine. No rush. Show me some new cards. Alright, we got there. We're going to get rid of Abrupt Decay. And Tarmogoyf. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think so. I want to Red Blast this Brainstorm, but then I can't cast Sylvan Library or Tarmogoyf. This seems too good to pass up, though. My Kingdom for a Taiga. Their hand's pretty bad over there. Alright, so the Tundra and the Brainstorm are gone. They have Snap, Plow, Plow, and 1 unknown. Alright, and the holding pattern begins. They thinking about another weird end-step Brainstorm? I will happily weird end-step Spell Pierce it. Uh-oh. Their mana's online. Ooh. But we're still in this. They have 2 Swords of Plowshares in their hand, plus this Snapcaster Mage, so I'm in no hurry to stick a creature onto this hostile board. I figured they might snap Brainstorm there. I'm going to let this happen, because I really don't want to get back to basics out of this game that I feel pretty far ahead in right now. Another Ponder, huh? They chose to shuffle. Alright, well. Now I'm ready to shut this down. Let's Sylvan Library into a Wasteland. Take them off white. Jam a giant creature. Not quite. Alright. Put this on top, and I'll pay 4 to keep the Brainstorm. So they have those 2 plows over there that I already know about. I'll run a Tarmogoyf into one of them. That'll translate directly into another card off my Sylvan Library. If I take this pressure off, every attack I don't take from Snapcaster is half a card. Alright, so put this on top. Do I want to keep this Ponder? Do I care? Yeah, I'll pay 4 life, because they have the second plow for the Goyf. So I'll just get that life back. And these wheels keep on turning. Ooh, Wrenn and 6. The plans have changed. Don't Spell Pierce me. Nice. Take them off that white. We have Abrupt Decay on top of the deck and Wrenn and 6 active, so even if they jam back to basics this turn, we can remove it. And if they don't, we should just be able to take over. Top and on top. I want to get the... Ooh. Alright, I'll just take a Delver. Deploy 2 threats. Wren's still just ticking up over here. Island. And no True Name Nemesis. Okay, deal. On top and on top. Yeah, I'm gonna stop making land drops. I'm just gonna fill my hand with lands because Ren is a turn away from Emblem, and there is a lightning bolt in my graveyard, so I can just blast them down once we get to that point. Oh, Vendilion Click. So I could hardcast this, but I think I would rather just have a land in my hand for this inevitable emblem. I could also just brainstorm right now and shuffle away these bonus lands. That sounds pretty good. Wow. All right. That worked out well. I don't think I'm going to need this Ancient Grudge. All right. Didn't need anything. They're dead. Nice. Yeah, I really like this deck. All of this... The fourth color just giving you all these sideboard cards like Plague Engineer, Tyrant Scorn, Thoughtseize, all awesome. Abrupt Decay is just really powerful in the main deck. Gurmag Angler I like a lot. The deck used to play Dreadhorde Arcanist, but I think I'd rather crunch really hard than gain additional value. And then the power of Wrenn and 6. Like, Wrenn and 6 just flexed on a number of the games we just played. So shouldn't need much convincing there. I really like this style of build compared to the 4-color control decks. I think this is the type of Wrenn deck I would play if I were to play a Wrenn deck, which I might. GP Atlanta, at the time of this recording, is coming up this coming weekend. And I will probably be playing Wrenn and 6 and Delver or Monastery Mentor. So it's one of those two. But thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit the sub button. Follow me on Twitter at Bosch and Roll. We can talk about videos and stuff there, or Magic, whatever you want. And thanks for checking it out. See you next time.